It's a dark day in Irish politics. Maria Steen, of course, was blocked yesterday at 12 p.m. Wednesday, the 24th of September 2025, from even running to become a presidential candidate, which is ridiculous. Of course, the treacherous government that we have blocked her. They are afraid that she would have won because she would have 100% won if she was allowed to run. But of course, the treacherous government couldn't have that. They couldn't have anyone more right-leaning. They couldn't have anyone that voted no to the same-sex marriage. And it was just a disgrace. Democracy is completely dead in Ireland in 2025. Zero democracy in this country. It's absolute travesty. Like, it's absolutely disgusting to see. The highlight of the day wasn't her being blocked by the treacherous government. The highlight of the day was her Hermes bag. Hermes bag that cost 33,000 euro or something. All the left-wing lunatics, Marxist lunatics, okay, all the left-wing lunatics, communist lunatics got super mad when they saw a hard-working, decent, very good-looking woman with a nice bag. Of course, they could never achieve those things because the left are disgusting and they are haters and they never do anything good in life. Of course, you had people like Joe Brawley come out and say, well, of course, you know, I can't believe she thinks that she's grassroots and she can relate to the people if she's a flipping millionaire, billionaire, whatever. And the thing is, guys, she worked hard for her money. Like, all these people are lawyers, and like, I think her husband is a big time guy as well with the suit on. These people are professionals. Of course, they're able to afford bags and luxury items, as you should be striving to as well. Like, if you're broke, guys, you should be striving to become more wealthy. This is just ridiculous. The left hate seeing anyone that's affluent. It's just disgusting. So her bag was the standout thing. And might I say, and might I add myself, that is one fine looking bag you have there, Miss Steen. Now there's only 3 candidates running, which is absolutely ridiculous. I think there should be like 20 different candidates and then let the Irish people choose. Why is there only 3? That's ridiculous. There's more flavors of Pop-Tarts in Tesco's in Galway than there is candidates to vote on. It's ridiculous. This country is disgusting, guys. This is ridiculous. This is a scam. It's a scam election. I'm going to spoil my vote probably, or vote nothing. I'm going to just write like Maria Steen on the ballot probably. But whatever you guys want to do, tell me in the comments down below what you're going to do. I mean, it's absolutely disgusting. She would have won hands down. The other 3 candidates, not for me personally. You know, they say that Catherine Connolly is a little bit different. Maybe she is, but the thing is, guys, and she's an independent, which is good, but they're just backed by the same parties and have the same left-wing policies as everybody else. So, you know, ridiculous. Let's hear what Virgin Media says about the lack of choice or the abundance of choice.
This idea that Maria Steen and that her supporters subscribe to, that there's an electorate out there now that are going to go completely unrepresented. You don't buy into that?
Look, there's 3 running, in the election there, and I think there's a lot of choice there. You've got,
There's not that much choice. We haven't had this level of choice since 1990.
Well, you do actually, because look,
this is 0 choice. 3 is basically none. Like, that's basically none when it comes to presidential candidates. There should be like 20 on the stage able to debate each other. If she was able to debate, she would win. You see, the problem is, and I'll explain to everybody here today, if you're a left-wing communist Marxist kind of guy, you cannot debate people on the right. You will get smoked every time. Every single time. And they can't have that happening, guys.
look, you've got a campaigner and advocate, a fearless and tireless campaigner and advocate in Catherine Connolly. You've got a veteran minister in Heather Humphreys. And then you've got Jim Gavin, who obviously is very accomplished in his own life, but, is untested politically. So I suppose critically as well.
You really think that they represent the entire spectrum of opinion in this country?
Well, I think you've got two government candidates there, and you've got a candidate who is supported by, a common left platform at this point in time. I think there's a huge swathe of the country that is covered by that.
So she's retarded. There's nobody that even covers anyone that's more conservative. There's zero candidates that cover anybody that's conservative. They don't want conservatism in Ireland. They don't want people that are right-wing in this country. We have a corrupt system. End of story. And then you have people like Michael Healy-Rae says that she came in too late. She didn't work hard enough. Complete nonsense. Complete nonsense. This is like gaslighting people on the right. She did as much as she could. They banned McGregor. They banned flippin', of course, Nick Delahunty. And of course they banned her. They don't want to have people that are more right-leaning on the flipping ballot. Because if they did, it would be amazing. It would actually be a proper election. This country's a scam. I literally hate the democracy in this country. I hate it with every bit of my heart. It's not a democracy. It's a scumbag failing of democracy. They just want a left-wing shithole country for the rest of times. And to be honest with you guys, I would seek refugee status or something in the US if you want to get a moderately fair election. The elections aren't that fair there either. But somebody like Trump running Ireland, you know, Maria Steen is more like Trump would be better. Absolutely, guys. I think that somebody that's more right-leaning would run this country a lot better and would make the country actually good. The country's on a downhill spiral. Of course, in other news, we have a man in Waterford who is an anti-Irish nutcase, left-wing lunatic, liberal communist, trying to rip down an Irish tricolour, and he rips it in half. These people are traitors. That should be illegal, and they should go to jail. Donald Trump just brought in a law saying that if you burn a flag or if you destroy an American flag, then you go to jail for a year. We should absolutely have that law in this country. Why the hell someone is ripping down the Irish flag? That's like treason, guys. That's like what Al-Qaeda does. That's literally what terrorists do in Africa and the Middle East and like all over the world. Like, that's literally terrorism acts. That's what they did in Afghanistan. They were like burning the American flag and shit. Like, this is like crazy stuff that people are lunatics in this country, guys, honestly. So yeah, you can see this guy here. He's reaching up for the flag. Crazy crackpot stuff. Pulling it down. Oh, lads, that is just disgusting. Why is he doing that? And he looks Irish. And this is the thing. Do I want to talk about what I really want to talk about here? I suppose I do, guys. You know, I'll be perfectly honest with you, man. Now that I see Ireland in 2025, the white Irish people killed us all. They killed us all. Our own people killed us. And this is a great thing for the rest of our lives to really understand. And it really how it is. Your own people will backstab you. It's going to be like a Julius Caesar moment for the length of time. Like, we had a great community here back in the 80s and 70s and, you know, early on when we fought the Civil War, when we also were fighting against the British, that kind of thing. We had a thing that brought us together to unite us, this colonialism that we fought against the British. But now there's nothing to bring us together. You know, with social media, individualistic everybody is in society in 2025 is so disgusting. There is no loyalty to anything or anybody. People that you might find, I had friends before, zero loyalty. A lot of people now are just out for themselves. They worship, you know what they worship? They don't worship any God. They don't worship Christ as King. They don't worship any of these things. In a Christian country, in a country that were baptized and confirmed, they worship the money. They worship God, and their God is their money. You understand? They don't worship a God. Their God is their money, and money is their God. It's disgusting to see, like, your own people will kill you. Like, even I try and push back, and I didn't get any hate from left-wing people. The only hate that I get is from right-wing people. Like, this is the disgusting setup that people are here. There is no camaraderie anymore in the world, really. It's just basically, you just eat your own people because you're trying to get to a higher status. A lot of people on the right are like that as well. Fucking scumbags. You know, I'll just say it straight up, guys. And I don't have really time for a lot of these people because they don't want to save themselves. So why am I coming on every single day, reporting the news, trying to save us a little bit, at least a tiny little 0.1%, trying to help the country, and people just shut you down. Your own people, not even other people. I've never got hate from foreigners. I've only got hate from Irish people. But beautifully, as that idiot from Waterford tried to take down the Irish flags, look at what we have here. Restored once again. So we can see the Irish flags being put up once again. It's beautiful to see. And because crime has gone so lawless, and because our own Irish people don't care about the country anymore, they put right-wing people down, they hate on you, they think that you're a nutcase. Now we have this, guys. Calls for curfews in Dublin after recent violent antisocial events. 2 English tourists and a 17-year-old was brutally stabbed at least 20 times in critical condition. I reported on it a few days ago. In the past few weeks, CEO of Dublin Town, Richard Gurney, has suggested that Ireland consider introducing curfews or designated exclusion zones in Dublin city centre in response to rise in antisocial behaviour. No, that's not what we should do. Just bring the military in, like they're doing in the US. Bring the military in. Big dudes with rifles, with the AUG, will absolutely deter psychopaths from running around the place with knives. Because if there's a military guy with a gun right there, and he sees somebody with a knife, shoot on sight, I would say. Shoot on sight and don't stop shooting until he stops moving. 100%. That's what they should do. not be bringing in curfews and exclusion zones. This is the thing, guys. This is what the left try and do. They want to make this country into China because they want to take away our freedoms because people are doing bad stuff. Like, it's like the whole gun argument in the US. Oh, one nutcase with a gun shoots up the place. Let's take away all the good people with guns. No, you don't do that. You enact more freedoms. You say, no, we're going to put the army on the streets and anyone that's seen with a knife gets shot in the flipping head. Straight up, guys. We are now living in an extreme society. If this kind of shit is taking place in broad daylight in the city center, running after people with knives is lunacy stuff. That is insane shit, guys, that we're dealing with now. Literally an extreme society in Ireland. Extreme as could be. And of course, we have this unprecedented level of zero vetting of immigrants coming into the country. Look at London here. We're going to show you a video of London here. The worst city in the world, guys. Literally the worst city in the world. Sadiq Khan is the mayor. Look at this shithole, guys. This is in London. Like, look at it. This looks like this looks like, I don't know, Baghdad, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka. It looks like one of these videos that you see tourists going to. Like, literally a shithole. They are destroying London, and they have destroyed London already. 30 stabbings a day, mass unrest, riots in the streets all the time. It's disgusting. And they're bringing that here. Let there be no doubt about it, guys. They're bringing that to Ireland as well. On top of it, guys, we have legit terrorists in Ireland. In the Republic of Ireland, we have legit Taliban, Al-Qaeda fractions. We have crazy crackpots in this country. Here we have 100% proof that they have them in the US as well.
Fight. You are 100% certain that there are 1,000 plus Al-Qaeda trained fighters within the United States borders.
Well, Al-Qaeda says they trained and deployed 1,000 for this attack. First off, I think there's more than 1,000 Al-Qaeda members in the United States. But for the Homeland attack, that number is based on what Al-Qaeda is saying, so they could exaggerate it. However, they did have about 1,400 in the Hamas attack, so the number is not off from what they did in the first round of attacks.
Is there any indication of what kind of attacks these are going to be? Actually, before we get into that, how old is this information?
I mean, it's ongoing. So the training's already done, right? So all the training info is now old because they trained all the Homeland attackers, if that makes sense. So like next week, you're not going to get info of a Homeland attacker probably at a terrorist camp because it's already done. So all this has been in the last year.
So it's been over a year. It's been a year.
Because this was a continuation. So they planned October 7th first, and then they rolled into planning this after.
Are we next or is Europe next?
I think the embassy attacks are next, in my opinion.
Europe is definitely next. Like, guys, they flooded the country with terrorists. Like, we have an active terrorist threat in this country and in Europe, and we're so screwed. Like, be careful going to, compact, busy zones. Be very, very careful going anywhere in this country, guys. Be very, extremely careful.
What are they waiting for the embassies?
I don't think they're waiting. I think it took time to train them. They've now approved them, and they've now moved into the operational stage. You've seen these. So the concept is the terrorist fights to the death. So he's not exactly a suicide bomber, but he will fight till either all of us are dead or all of his people are dead, right? So this can go on for multiple days, like the plan was for Mumbai, for example. So we think it's going to be a swarming attack, right? Multiple different attacks at one time across multiple cities. We think there will be suicide bombers just because some of the attackers went through suicide bomber training and they have these vests, right? And then we think there's these Fideian attackers who will carry on until they're killed. The Fideian matters, right? I was watching, I want to say it was like 8 months ago.
Let me just rephrase that. So these guys are trained, and we already overlaid the video of their training, and they are going to fight until they're killed.
Yes.
There's no stopping them.
Exactly. And that matters, right?
Good
so
job.
I was watching this video, and it was a suicide bombing in Kabul years ago. And it was the bomber blew up, okay? And then everyone starts moving in. The first responders move in, right? And then another guy walks in and blows up. We know this is a tactic, right? But if Americans don't understand this as a tactic and don't understand these attackers are going to fight to the death, think about that. So battle's going on. The attacker surrenders, right? He might have the suicide vest. You know, we let our guard down. That man came to die, right? He's going to fight till he dies or you dies. So we can't let our guards down, and they know our weakness, right?
Yeah,
I just want to clarify.
I'm telling you right now, you know, I'm not trying to be alarmist. Like, this is factual. This is going to happen in Europe. This is going to happen in Ireland. There's 100% going to be terrorist attacks where they're going to fight till they die, guys. No matter what. They don't give up until you kill them or they kill you. It's just crazy. It's like we're going to fight right here, right now. It's nuts, guys. We have a crazy situation in Europe coming, and nobody's even talking about it. No Irish person is even talking about it. You know, it's unbelievable. A lot of lunatics on the left think, well, because I'm left-wing and because we say free Palestine, we do all this stuff, they're not going to hurt us. No, you're just an easy target. You're just an easy target now. But here we have a perfect video from a man. He says, how to tell if you're far-right extremist in the UK in 2025. This is how little now you have to be a far-right extremist, because everybody that's even right of center just a little bit is a far-right nutcase extremist.
How to tell if you're a far-right extremist in the UK in 2025. You believe that illegal immigration is actually, illegal. If you think that men should marry women and have like a traditional family together. If you've ever been seen with a British flag and you're proud to be British. If you'd rather your 7-year-old didn't learn about gay sex in school, and if you didn't wear a mask over your nose and you weren't triple jabbed in lockdown. You believe that England is a Christian country, and you even quite like Nigel Farage. And if you don't trust the BBC and you think that they're a bunch of lying pedos, then congratulations, you are a far-right extremist in 2025 and deserve nothing more than to be thrown in prison, silenced, and shot in the neck.
Yeah, and it's like, that's how it is now. You know, we live in this crazy society where, like, if you want to say, okay, well, I want a traditional family, I think that illegal immigration should be illegal, and I don't want my kids learning about weird shit in school. You know, England as well as Ireland is a Christian country. I mean, these are all the same. Anything that happens in England basically happens in Ireland in about 10 to 15 to 20 years, guys. So don't make no mistake about it. It's going to come here, all this crazy shit that the left are pushing, but hopefully we can push back against it. But don't be upset if they call you a far-right extremist. Just go with it. Just say, yes, absolutely, I am that. Have a good day. Don't worry about haters. Don't worry about anything like that, guys. Speak your mind. Be proud of who you are. Never give up. Never give in to the wills of the psychopath. To be a resistant person, to be resistant against this nutcase stuff, you have to be brave. And to be brave is tough, guys. You have to be brave in 2025. You can't just let shit just slide anymore. We have to be brave and push back against this nutcase stuff. I love you all. If you want to support me, hit the join link underneath the video. Become a member for just €3 per month. We have 29 members, new members every single day. I greatly appreciate that because it helps support me push back against the mainstream psychopathic media in Ireland, the UK, and the US. And I will see you all in the next one, guys. Peace.